Good morning, everyone. This is Rafegal. Today we're playing some more Pokémon Reborn. New year, new world. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, so first of all, we're starting the post-game. I don't know exactly how much that entails. I believe it basically is just going to be a continuation of the story. We're going to get increased levels, which right now I believe our level cap is 105 now after beating the game. And we're going to start seeing legends. There are also other Pokemon that are going to start showing up more often, which means we can finally finish our Pokedex. So, first things first. I do want to head to the story progression because I don't know what exactly we need here, and I just kind of like to get that idea first. That way, if I have other stuff I need to do in the background, or if I have side stuff I need to do, I can kind of back off and think about new teams and building more Pokemon up and stuff like that. And here he is, the man of the hour, Rafe. I always knew you'd do it. There's no words to express our thanks, so instead, the memories we make from here on out will have to do. With the champion back in our back pocket, there's no fight we can't both pick and win. There's a lot to explain. Why don't you come over here? Okay, so we see some of our friends there. I'd ask where in the world you've been, but for better or worse, I've got a few guesses on the matter. Let me cut straight to the chase. Meteor's out, but the chaos is still in. The good news is that any grunts that weren't turned over a new leaf. And the admins, well, ain't none of them left. Not even Lynn, thanks to you. Anyone who still had ties in the higher ranks is on our side now. It's a total team KO if I've ever seen one. The bad news is that the damage is done. Their goal of opening the new world ultimately succeeded. Thanks to you, didn't get so far as overwriting this one, but to put it simply, they're starting to overlap. The unformed new world has been leaking into ours for quite some time now, causing this and that. Lots of problems. For one thing, the energy in the new world has awoken new heights of potential in Pokemon everywhere. Whereas before it was impossible to go above level 100, Pokemon have been sighted as high as level 150 now. Okay. Double the worlds, double the power or something? And there's one other complication. You know how there's supposed to be some Pokemon out there there's only one of in the world? Yeah, so about that. Not anymore. Seems like anything can appear or exist in the new world. Oh. So that's how they're explaining these legends being available, is that we're going to be able to, we're not going to just be able to catch them, we're also going to be fighting people who have them. And the reason there's more than one copy is because there's these alternate realities overlapping. Cool. What I'm trying to say here is that yesterday, 14 Genesect fell out of the new world and were running amok on Main Street. We took care of that, so no need to worry about it, but you get the point. All sorts of Pokemon have appeared in all sorts of places, but legendaries in particular, given their big power, tend to create problems when they show up. For instance, the TV station was totally trashed after a Zapdos spawned inside it. The few seconds of the recording before it cut out were pretty incredible though, I can't lie. Lots of other leaders were already out there hunting them and putting out legendary related fires. If you're up to it, we could definitely use your help. My bad for springing this on you right when you get back. If shit hit the fan, I decided to convert this place into the base of operations for dealing with these kinds of issues all over the city. By the old policy, only league leaders and champions would have been allowed in. But that was Ame's idea, and, well, this works out better now anyway. There's a lot of cool stuff in this place, might be worth checking out, too, so by all means, take your time. We've got an arena behind us that you can use to spar with all the friendlies. The battle pavilion's on the left, free for you to use for all trainers now. No end to the fights there, you might see some familiar faces. And finally, I rigged one of the dance floors into a pseudo map of the region over on the right. We're using that to mark down where reports of New World anomalies come in. Okay. Be it legendaries for or overlap points. So, talk to the folks over there if you want to help them out. Whatever you do, champ, it's good to have you back. Hit me up if you need anything. Okay, so, first of all, Battle Arena. That's one of the things that we now have access to. Okay, so this is Castbot. Welcome to the theme team. You can do the fight. Pick a trainer, pick a team, matched to a special challenge field, and fight. Do you want to select your opponent yourself? I don't want to do either right now. I'm just curious what that is. Welcome to the Mix and Match Station. Freeform, customizable doubles format. Okay. BP store. XP candy. So we never have to worry about that again. Not that we really needed to. We have all of the EV tuners and boosters available here. Glitter balls. Okay, that's awesome. Glitter balls will make whatever you catch a shiny. And I have no idea what Sacred Ash is offhand, but that's good to know that we have it available, I suppose. XP all upgrade, choice band specs and scarf, and focus ashes. We can actually buy focus ashes with just cash, so probably not doing that. But it's nice to know that we can. And we can finally get more mints. Battle Factory. I'm gonna have to see what all of these are. Get down or get knocked down. And okay, completing a 5 battle round in either will challenge with field effects enabled will increase your BP reward. Okay. Cool. Oh, Rafe, you're back, but how? I told that you were turned into the moon? Like, that's rough, buddy. Avatar joke. But if you're here again, will the moon never shine again? No, I suppose that's a worthwhile trade for now. I support your choices no matter what may happen. Rafe, is it really you? You're back, safe, sound, and truly? Huh, don't get me wrong, I'm relieved you're back. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I heard you'd fallen into a dark rise nightmare, and it wouldn't let you wake up. And I wanted, since you had always been going around saving everyone, I was thinking this time maybe it would be nice if I could be your hero instead. Aww. I've been going on lots of legendary hunts, hoping I'd eventually run into that Darkrai. But if you're back, I guess it's already dealt with. What's most important is that you're here. You made it. Welcome back. Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you decided to rejoin us after all. Your face looks spotless, by the way. Is this some kind of plastic surgery, or did you use a different healing technique? Eve, that's rude. He probably doesn't want to talk about it. Even so, if it is the latter, I'm willing to accept the social faux pas if there's any chance whatever it was could help you. But Rafe seems so confused. To clarify, we were told that in the final battle, a stray explosion left your face disfigured. So, although you were safe, you had chosen to live reclusively so that no one had to see the unfortunate aftermath. Which you never should have had to do in the first place. People didn't accept you after what you did for them, no matter how you looked. They're not worth your time. We'll always be here for you no matter what. I'm beginning to suspect I should have scrutinized the source of this information in the first place. If you were actually okay all along, weren't you? Huh? No matter. You must have had your reasons for your absence. It's not our business to pry. Yours is a welcome and return nonetheless. Cool. Rafe! No, you can't be. You must be a shadow clone or something. Please be a shadow clone, because that would be awesome! Okay, but on the realios, after you confronted Lynn, we all totally thought you disappeared, and morale was pretty low, and I wasn't captain of the cheer squad for nothing, So I may have told one or two teensy-weensy white lies about what happened to you, just to cheer people up, If you get some strange reactions, don't worry about it. Great to see you again. Definitely glad you're not a shadow clone. Oh no. That explains that. You into remixing? whether it's music or Pokemon can really help shape it up. You want to swap out a move or two on your squad for one battle, but you want to get it back later? I can help you out there. See, all you gotta do, bring me a Pokemon, I'll memorize its moves as they are, save that mix, and you can come back to it anytime you want, no charge. Okay, so if we have moves that we just need to change out for one battle, like while we were doing a lot of the Elite Four stuff, we had like Thunderbolt or Thunder, or changing out Discharge for doubles battle, Thunder when we had Rain up, Thunderbolt when we had Snow up. So we could change one of those to like the default and go back to it whenever we need. But I get, that's cool. Stay strong out there. Okay, DJ Arclight doesn't have much to say. That's okay. Oh hey, you must be Rape. I've heard about you from the others. I'm here. I assume you're here to help me out with the influx of legendaries. We could certainly use all the help we can get. Granted, things have gotten a little more stable since the doors first opened, but I'm really not looking forward to when a swarm of Kyogres flood the city. Adrian already has enough to deal with. Let me tell you about what you've got here. Pretty sure you've noticed all the colored tiles. That thing is a map. When we detect an anomaly, that map will automatically be marked in the general area where it was detected. Okay, so this is going to be where we can see where our next objectives are. The map corresponds to the one on your regular Pokegear, so I assume that the grid is going to line up as well. Mostly. I don't know if you've noticed, but this region is really hard to lay out on a grid. Never mind. The darkest tile near the top is Calcinon, Labradora, and Route 3. We really did the best we could here. If you're unsure of exactly where to go, the staff here around here can help point you in the right direction. Okay. You'll see there's a flashing marker on the map behind you. That is inside Van Hanen Castle. We don't know what happened, but Sarah, Anna, and Noelle are currently trapped inside. You want to go check it out? Yeah. I'm Cass, by the way, if you need anything. Okay, so that's Cass, and over here is the Cass bot. Are those both just copies of Cass? That's weird. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I have an idea of how this works now. I kind of get what we're going to be doing. So different stuff's going to show up on the map, a few at a time probably. I think it's I'm not sure if it's just one at a time, or I assume once we get into certain sets of legendaries, it's going to probably be a lot of 3 at a time. You know, 3 legendary birds, 3 legendary spirits, dogs, whatever. So yeah. With that initial thing out of the way, I'm gonna head up here quick. Oh, there's a Vulpix. Okay. Is there more with the city restoration? Long-term project to purify the Bixbysian wasteland. We hope to be developing the new Bixbysian ward within the next couple years. We hope to establish rail access with the Ore region. All this could not be possible without your support. For myself and Reborn, thank you. Okay. Okay, so there's... Oh! We got an Absolite from Ame. I think she would want you to have it. I didn't realize we didn't have an Absolite yet. That's pretty awesome. We don't have an Absol trained up yet. So many Pokemon trained. Definitely going to be looking at some of these new, some of these untrained Pokemon going into the second half. Just to see if there's options. Like, I know that they're probably not on some people's favorite lists, but there's some pretty cool Pokemon here. All of these are ones that I'm planning on taking a look at maybe-ish. except for Mag Cargo, because it's literally there just to hatch eggs. But the main core of our team is probably still going to be looking at legendaries. Once we have them as options, because I'm going to be honest, when I was looking at strategies for that Elite Four fight, I kept going, you know, I could really use a Cresselia. Now, we ended up using Slowbro and it worked really well, but Cresselia would have been pretty awesome. So, with all of that, quick reminder, there is an updated version of the form for volunteers in the description. This is a great time to get that done, because we're just about ready to start going after legendaries, and there is a separate question now for favorite legendaries. Make sure if you have more than one legendary you like, you know, feel free to put them in at this point. I don't really care if they happen to also be megas or have a specific weird type. Throw that in too. I want to make people happy. Second thing, as far as bookkeeping goes, is if you've been watching this, and I know a bunch of people have, please toss a subscribe. I know that's really like stereotypical and all that, but you know, I'm not sitting here with thousands or tens of thousands of followers that are going to be able to, you know, I get nothing from doing this currently. And if we can get from, we're currently somewhere around in the 460 to 475 range. If we can get up to 500, I get access to using more features on the channel. I'm not sure what those will all include or which ones I will actually be using, depending on what it comes up with. But that's been my goal for the last 6 months or so. So would be very excited to see that. With all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and cut here. And we're going to come back once I know what we're dealing with at Van Hanen and what team we've got. Okay, so we are heading to Van Hanen Castle for this first of the post-game, or the anomaly points. I've put together a team, and because I can't help myself, oh, I forgot to... This is a new one. We've got Melisma, Gore-Tex, Notbrant, Theta, Terra, who I don't think we've actually used Chandelure yet, and a new version of Rio, because Rio's been our one Pokemon for quite a while as Garbodor, and I wanted to bring something new in. So, just real quick to go over what these guys do. Melisma doesn't... Oh. Literally just finished training, clearly. Yeah, we'll just go... Leftovers. Actually, no, we'll go Rocky Helmet. So Melisma is very physically bulky. Like Notbrant is very especially bulky. Melisma is very physically bulky. And the basic goal here is setting up Spikes and Stealth Rock, and then because they're slow, they can take a hit and then use Payback to hit them back. Technically, there are better ways to do that. I'm still working out the details, but I wanted to get this first section recorded while I could. And then Rio is also kind of bulky. We're going for a bulky Crobat set here. With some aggression. But the main thing here is setting up Tailwind, and then being able to use like acrobatics and cross poison for damage. And Leech Life is a fairly hard-hitting move that is a drain. So the big thing here is getting lots of... I've got a pretty good selection of poison and dark types for some specific fights coming up. So let's see what's happening in Van Hanen Castle. I think I just saw... Yeah, I'm guessing it's this. So these New World doors kind of work in a similar way to... Oh. We're gonna find more out, I guess. Oh, hello, Rafe, and welcome. We last parted ways not far from here before, but it looked much different then, didn't it? Nothing can refuse the change of times. Not even nothingness itself. To you I am eternally indebted for preventing Lynn from overwriting our world with this new one, but you must understand that I am also indebted to Lynn for making this dream a reality. I have always said that the beauty of darkness lies in its infinite potential. Have I not? One never knows just what lies beyond arm's reach, whether it's the warm embrace of a lover or the maw of a demon. Here, both exist. I believe there can be no finer edge to walk, no finer pleasure to savor. But I doubt it. You are here for business rather than pleasure. Anna, Noelle, and Mother, rest assured they are safe. Asleep, but safe. After all, even the worst nightmare is safer than the waking world. Still, is it not time they rose? As ever, Rafe, the way forward is yours to take. Okay. So we're going to do a quick check here. These New World fields have different Pokemon available, which means that in cases like this, we can find Pokemon that we don't have very easily. We're using the Magnetic Lure if you're just joining. Magnetic Lure is a special item for this game that is that gives you only encounters you haven't had before. Stuff you don't have registered in your Pokedex. So it lets you catch things that you haven't caught before. In this case, we had not caught a Komala because I missed wherever it was a rare find earlier in the game. So this gives us a way to quickly catch Pokemon in these new areas, if there are Pokemon to catch. As soon as we run into an encounter we've seen before, we can ditch. And Magnetic Lure actually lets that happen as well. One day, this Germinal world will produce visions and landscapes far surpassing any among ours. But like an artist who's only just taken to the brush, what it can create right now is rather limited. Over time, as it too grows with experience and history, its productions will become more complex. With mountains and melodies and moments and motifs, each stroke it makes plays over each other as if building up to a melodious canon. I can only hope that I will still be around to hear its performance at its crescendo. For now, there is no such grand thing, but more like two songs played over each other, each vying for its listener's ear. You will find our world twisted together alongside it. In particular, it seems to have tangled up in my master's estate. Look there. It is still possible to step into our world there. Pockets of that world have been isolated behind and among this reality. It is how what should have been an ordinary trip to explore Master's Castle ended up with each of them stuck in this realm. That does not mean that these pockets line up perfectly with what we see. If a door is locked, it may well be as if nothing is behind it at all. In this case, that is very well the truth. Like a lamp with no bulb, what we seek simply isn't there yet. Okay. In a world as unstable as this, I have no doubt there is a way for us to connect the dots. Let us search and find what belongs behind each door so that it may put itself into place. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to need to find items here. That one's locked. This one's open. Okay. With this, two ends of our worlds have been stitched together. Perhaps it's unsurprising that the needle required for such a thing would have been left about this place. I suspect that Lynn may have intended the new world to serve as a sort of playground or toy box for her. And what a dangerous toy that is, isn't it? To be able to sew worlds together? It's just to her liking, I imagine. Nevertheless, there will be others now. Let us hope they can be reached. Okay, so this is kind of just giving us a demo of how this works. I'm going to assume that I can tag out here, because I think there's just the one. So we're going to give scope lens, and we're going to switch. And actually, we're going to put theta in front first. That's locked. Can we not get down there? No. Okay, but we can see that's where we're trying to get. That's where Noelle is. And now I bet we can do this. Nope, that one's still locked. So, this one? No. Probably just missing something. That's okay. There we go. Okay, so Sciantic is... Sciantic is a pretty bulky Pokemon. We're gonna see if this works. We're going to delay one turn with Protect to get that speed boost. We should be able to outspeed anyway, but it just makes sense. Didn't drink that much, did I? Oh, it's you. I haven't seen you since the tournament in Labrador, right? Here, I thought you were gone forever. So good to see you again and all that. Why are you here exactly? Amendment. Why am I here? This is Gardevoir's room. Or wasn't it? I don't suppose there's any chance she's reappeared, is there? I'll take a quick look to be sure. What the hell? I'm not still passed out, am I? Mother. What? Oh, Luna, it's just you. You scared me. I have no idea what's going on or where even... Wait, Luna? I've missed you, Mother. No need for alarm, Mother. No need for alarm? Last I saw you, you were gleefully galloping right into a black hole. I do apologize for my rather hasty exit. I have not regretted it for a moment. Your apologies are almost worse than my son's. Come with me and I will lead you to safety. I can explain everything along the way. Hi, Ben. I'm not getting off this table unless you promise to explain it in a way that makes sense. No darkness, infinity stuff, you hear me? That may prove difficult. I'm just kidding, mostly. Get me out of here. Cool. So yeah, Theta is along in part for that 4 times power against Shantic. How do we get down there? Must be a different way that we'll have to get down there. That's okay. Now, obviously, Shantic is not the legendary Pokemon we're looking for. In fact, I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised that spatial awareness doesn't make sense here. By the way, these Shantics are also getting the Queen bonus from the chess field, as well as having perfect IVs and EVs. Now, everything in the game has perfect EVs, or no, IVs, because of how we set it up. But this one, or these, actually have. So most Pokemon can only have 2 EVs maxed out at 252. These ones have all of their stats maxed out. Wraith, I assumed you also... I see. The new world overlapped with here. We were exploring the place when it happened and became trapped. But it doesn't matter. It's not like this place has any relevance to me. You got here, so an exit still exists. I'll find it myself. Don't waste time. Okay. No. So I'm guessing this one is finally unlocked now. Yes. So we're probably ready to do the actual fight now. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up. I'm not 100% sure the best way to handle this. But I think we actually want to lead with Gore-Tex here. And then we're going to switch into Melisma. I made a comment earlier about wanting Cresselia. I did not realize at the time that Cresselia was the first Pokemon we're getting in this, in the new world. Fear not, the others have been safely escorted out. Let us focus solely on the trial before us. To that end, there's something you must be aware of. This Cresselia was generated here in the new world among all the Infinities. It is the source of an anomaly. That anomaly is the swirling aura that encompasses it. It has the effect of attracting, strengthening, and directing other Pokemon, much like a planet's gravity maintains its moons. When confronting an anomaly, please be prepared to deal with these moons as well. The Pokemon at the source of the anomaly is also affected. You may find that the anomaly gives it extra strength or renewed life, for instance. There's no need for alarm. Once you defeat the anomaly, it will disappear, leaving only its source. Its source will be, may still be healthy afterwards, but its power will be reduced. At that point, you'll be able to catch it. So, basically, you have to beat the Pokemon before you can catch it. Perfect. I'm hoping we can get a kill here. It's sturdy, isn't it? Focus Sash. Even better. It's faster. It used a rock type move there, Power Gem. I think with that in mind, we're gonna switch over to not Brant just to try and preserve our Pokemon. Ugh. That is gonna hurt, but we're still okay. The reason we're taking out this Lunatone first is because I've got some setup I want to do, and I don't want to give them the chance to do their setup. So we're gonna switch over to Melisma now. That's obnoxious. That's more obnoxious. That's actually okay. Ironically. Gosh, that's obnoxious. Like, we can tank these hits. I just want to get my spikes and stealth rock set up quick. Before we just destroy this jump love. There we go. Because now we can switch out. It's going to use acrobatics. We're going to switch into Rio. And we're going to acrobatics. Flying Gem increases power. And that should be a one-shot through the substitute because Crobat has Infiltrator. Musharna. So honestly, I kind of wish that I still had help on Nutbrand here to go into Musharna. We should be able to take... Actually, I think we can go back to... Vortex is gonna get wrecked. So yeah, I think we go back to Melisma now that they don't have their, now that the Leech Seed's gone, we should be able to roost. Unfortunately, they're faster than us. Or, we're faster than them, rather. So, Payback is not going to do as much as I'd like. But it is still boosted. Super effective. Not great damage here. I wanted to have one attacking move. So I skipped Toxic, and I'm kind of wishing I'd put Toxic on. If we don't win this, it's going to be very bad. Like we need to get a good hit in here. Would love a crit if you don't mind. This is probably not the best strategy here. My logic was that Dazzling Gleam is not going to be great against our Steel type, our bulky Steel type even. I think we just got to take the hit. this point, I need a clean switch so that whatever Pokemon comes in goes first, because nothing I have can take a hit from that. But now we should be able to just one-shot this. Actually, yeah, let's bring Theta in. This was actually a mistake. I probably could have led with Theta instead and used Mega Horn. Well, no, because they had Psyshock too. Amoonguss. So Amoonguss is what Terra's here for. Bulky grass type. Flamethrower, one shot. It's physically bulky, not so much on the special side. And Chandelure is very powerful on the special side. Okay, now's where it gets fun. They're going to get, or they have 2 Cresselias. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yes. So we're gonna bring Not Brant in first. Actually, oh man. Yeah, I don't think we can risk trying to one-shot Cresselia, who is extremely bulky, but we did break its Focus Sash, so we'd have a chance. No, it's faster. Okay, so it uses Lunar Dance. What Lunar Dance does is it sacrifices itself to give the next Pokemon an Omni Boost. Boost to every stat. With the magical seed it has, it's going to get 2 boosts to every stat, but it is going to have to take a turn to recharge. So we are going to stall this out the best we can. Which we should be able to do. I'm trying to remember if somebody else has... Yeah. Theta has Protect. And this is going to give us a speed boost that we can potentially try and get the kill in without having to take another death. Well met, as ever. Second phase begins now. With the energy dispelled, its defenses are weakened. If you wish to catch it, now would be the time. Oh, you don't get a chance to heal between. I guess the good news is, Vortex is what I wanted to use for this anyway. Psycho Shift. We should be able to do some really interesting setups with Cresselia. I didn't know about Lunar Dance even. Most of what I've seen with Cresselia has been using it as a bulky trick room setter with a very large move pool, which it is that as well. But apparently you can also toss a full Omni boost over to another Pokemon, a la Baton Pass. Now, it looks like it doesn't have any moves that can actually hit us. So we basically just have to catch it before we struggle, or before it gets to struggle. I'm gonna try a glitter ball. There's not a good chance that it works, but there is a chance that it works. I'll save one. I mean, if this works, we get a shiny Cresselia. Okay. We don't have anybody who specifically claimed Cresselia, so I'll be looking at what our options are here between our friends who requested psychic types. And so it's done. You handled this as expertly as expected. Curious. She isn't waking up like the others did. She is most certainly breathing, but if Cresselia wasn't keeping her asleep, what could it be? You don't suppose she's just having a sweet dream, do you? Nevertheless, I'll take responsibility to see her to safety. I am aware that I owe her for several things, after all. By the way, I found this while I was exploring. Now that you've returned, I suppose you may find some use in it. It's a gather cube. I don't know what that does yet. As always, it has been a pleasure. I understand the nightclub has been serving as a base of operations. Would you care to accompany me there? Yes. Yes, I would. There's a sight for sore eyes. I have one question for you. Was there really a movie, or was that just a line? I figured. A while after you disappeared, Julia let that slip that you'd been scouted by a PokeStar Studios. Wasn't sure what to think, but I should have known. Anyway, we're both working on the anomalies. I'm sure we'll run into each other. Got lots of people here now. Holy crap. We won't go through all of these right now. The important part is... Oh, okay. For what it's worth, I'm glad you got through that mess at Labradora. Feels weird to know the reason so many things had to happen to us just no longer exists, but it's better this way, I guess. I'm not going to embarrass myself by rambling forever. There's legendaries running amok out there. We're both here to help get that mess under control. I've got a report about somewhere Route 2, it looks like a gate opened up. No damage or strange Pokemon reported yet. With one of those appearing, it's only a matter of time. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new anomalies popped up for Chapter 1. So each of the post-game chapters is broken up by how many Pokemon become available, and after we complete each one, we get access to once we've cleared all of these off the map, we're going to get another boost to our level cap. It's my understanding. Okay. Lots of stuff. Oh, there's some over there too. So, all of our people are starting to come back. We'll have to take a little bit more time for this. But the big thing I wanted to point out is actually the rewards section, quick. Because I did do a quick look around to remind myself what some of these items were. And I would really love to get my hands on some Reborn balls before we continue. These are this first game. Basically, this is letting me buy Master Balls, which would be make the that last fight a little less scary. I would also love to get some EV boosters because those give you like a EV booster 2 is just straight up gonna save me a lot of time as I'm training up these Pokemon. So we'll probably be doing a battle arena one at some point here. I may hold off on doing that on stream until after we've caught some legendaries as a way to like show off a little bit about what we're catching once we start using them in battle. I've actually got one more thing I want to do quick. Which is, I'd like to head under. We didn't actually go downstairs. And apparently there is a PC down here that now has, because we opened the Vulpix passage earlier, I believe we can now go back here. In entering this room, you hereby acknowledge that anything you see, hear, observe, experience, or vividly imagine is a mutual delusion. Premise cannot be legally held accountable. Okay. Oh, hi, welcome to the dev room. This is where... Okay, they put a dev room in back here. It's rough to be... rough out there in this great wide region. I suppose we have you to thanks for fixing that up a bit. What can I do for you? We can battle, chat... Or we can battle or chat with each of them. Whoops. Just don't try Blue Moon ice cream on real people as a shortcut. Anyway, I'm Ikaru. I do the little stuff that people could do themselves when their time is better spent on other things I can't do. I also play new versions of the game before most people when they're the most broken, so that's fun. There's a chance that you're not here to listen to my musings though, so I'll leave that up to you. So yeah, well... If you ever get lost, look at the sky. If you can see the stars, they'll show you the way. Your next meeting is just around the corner. What do you want to do? Warn you, I have a tendency to ramble and talk, so here's your warning. This stuff has also been rewritten a few times, even though I keep calling it finished. I don't know who this one is. Oh, okay. I don't know who that one is. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. I mean, this is a huge project, so that does not surprise me at all. Graveyard of past developers. That's what I was looking for. Catching Charm. But we'll have to go through some more of these as well, because that's pretty cool. This is avatars for all of the devs that worked on the game. Maybe I'll make that. We'll see what that actually ends up being. Might be a good bonus material video, but there are like 12 people back there to fight, so that may also just be a maybe we'll wait and come back when we're a little higher level thing. But yeah, no, we've got one of our legendaries now. So I'll be naming that after, like I said, one of the people who I will double check, triple check. Yeah, nobody asked for Cresselia. We only had 2 people that asked for Psychic, so we'll probably just go with one of those who has less on their plate currently, less Pokemon assigned, which is Geo. So we'll be doing that. Like I said, as we go, we'll definitely be building up our legends. Make sure that you're getting requests in if you signed up before legends were an option, because you might be able to get them now. And I will probably be doing a little bit of research and possibly some, I'm not going to say leveling as much as just going around. I'm going to probably go build Geo and I might do a little bit of catching. That's probably the best way to put it. Because I would really like to finish my decks. And I know we have a few more to go, so I'd kind of like to figure out where those show up and prioritize those missions, like figuring out where I can get a new Soul Rock since I accidentally killed the one that you can get before you beat the game. So, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.